Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we are going to be doing the fourth part of What If Goku Was Trained by a Fallen Angel. Please like the video if you haven't already and subscribe. It's totally free and you can unsubscribe whenever you want. There's nothing much else I'd like to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jet. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Soju comes hurtling in with a punch and he somehow manages to push his father back. The other angels can't look away at the battle at hand since they have never seen this before. The Grand Priest is using a lot of his strength and power to try and keep his son at bay, and Soju is fighting like his life is on the line because it basically is. Soju roars while shooting himself forward and the Grand Priest remains solemn. It's as if he's been in this situation numerous times before, and even in the heat of battle against his own son, nothing seems to shake him up. Soju dives down with a punch, but the Grand Priest catches his incoming attack and swivels around so that he slams him into a floating rock below them. Why do you have to continue fighting? Stop now so you don't lose your life, the Grand Priest roars, attempting to hold him down. Soju doesn't reply and destroys the rock that they lay upon with the power of his aura alone. Goku across the battlefield from them is directly challenged by Champus, and the warriors continue to beat each other down. Soon enough, they weaken each other great amounts and look gravely injured. Both panting, Goku stumbles forward and lands a slow, sluggish punch. Champus attempts to promptly retaliate, but Goku's Ultra Instinct means that even though his mind and body is exhausted, it instantly reacts to the best of its ability. However, Champus does manage to land a strike on him, then the two warriors fall once again, coughing blood and weak. Vados and Whis attempt to help in this fight, but Champus waves them both off before slowly raising. "You were told many lies, Goku. Who did Soju tell you we were?" Champus exclaims. Goku doesn't reply immediately and just shouts before punching Champus back down to the ground. He then falls himself. "As much as you would like to accept us as devils, have you seen us do anything malevolent? I can tell you exactly why Soju hates us, and it's not what you'd expect," Champus shouts back. "Silence," Goku shouts at the top of his lungs before charging forward. Even though he has showed you compassion and respect over your lifetime, he vowed to destroy all mortals. He even attempted to overtake his God of Destruction's role of destroying life, Champus states. Goku continues shouting and violently attacking him to shut him up, but his attempts are futile. "Our role is to maintain balance. The gods below us, the Supreme Kais, maintain and create life while we seek to destroy it." However, he saw no need for balance. He saw no need for mortals at all. Goku stops for a split second, taking the information in before snapping once again. "You're lying, I know you are. Soju will never do such a thing," Goku shouts, shoving the fusion away. After we saw what he was doing, Zeno had to get rid of him. After seeing the state of his universe, he decided to try and erase him along with his universe, but he slips through the cracks somehow in the nick of time. Why would he use a mortal if he thinks of us as low? If you want to make up stories, at least make them sound a little bulletproof, Goku coldly replies, before charging up a ki blast to hurl into Champus' stomach. Goku then follows up with a flurry of attacks, and even though they both aren't doing so great, Goku is gaining the upper hand. Soon enough, Goku grabs his neck and slams him into the ground. "Stop spouting lies," he boldly orders, squeezing his neck. "He's pragmatic," Champus weakly says while tugging at Goku's hand to try and breathe. "He's out for revenge. His revenge matters more than his ideology. I wouldn't be surprised if he kills you once he's done with us," Champus says. Goku this time remains still for seconds. He continues staring off into the distance before he punches Champus' face back into the ground. The Grand Priest is struggling to gain the upper hand against his son, who just surpasses him when it comes to raw strength. His greater size is also making it quite hard for him to break through, and the other angels feel like they'll just hold their father back if they were to step in. The two fighters exchange blows and the shockwaves release to destroy the floating rocks around them. "We only did what we had to, son. Why did you end up with such hatred?" the Grand Priest asks in annoyance. "You tried to erase me. You went behind my back to kill me," Soju roars, punching his father through an entire asteroid-like rock. "I did my duty. You did not. You were killing mortals like a lunatic serial killer," the Grand Priest barks back. "Enough talking. I'm going to pulverize you," Soju shouts, charging up ki into his palms. In seconds, a large dark purple ki blast starts to form that starts getting larger and larger at an alarming pace. The Grand Priest, even in the face of such a threat, remains calm and solemn. Soju releases the blast and it comes hurtling down. Grand Priest takes the blast head on and is surprised with the force behind it. He knew that Soju was relative to his level, but an attack like this isn't something that he could easily whip up. The asteroid that he's on cracks and rumbles under the pressure of his push. Parts of the asteroid go flying away as waves of energy are released. released. Soju, who floats above the ball of energy in a godlike manner, starts pushing down the dark purple ball with all that he has. "Your time ends now, father. You and all the gods will fall by my feet," Soju roars as the Grand Priest gets forced down. The Grand Priest's shirt rips off in his push against this blast, but soon enough he starts to push it back. Soju's smile fades and then he starts taking slow, forceful steps forward. Soon these steps turn into strides before he hurls the blast back with his very own golden energy wave. Soju catches the blast head on and begins to tussle with it. He grits his teeth upon feeling its overwhelming force, but his immense determination is nothing to joke around with. "No, I vow to kill the angels. I will not fall now," Soju roars. He then starts to feel tears from within his body. He shoots out a stream of blood from his mouth upon pushing. However, he soon loses his position and the blast pushes past his open palms. Once this happens, it releases an incredibly bright white light and illuminates all the surroundings. On the partially shattered asteroid, Soju is stood, covered in his own blood. Beside him is an injured Grand Priest who catches him before he falls. "It didn't have to be this way, Soju. I know that even past this veil of darkness and evil, there is still light within you. You're an angel and you are my son after all," the Grand Priest says, before allowing his son to rest. Goku and Champas fall into another power struggle once again, and this time it doesn't look as fierce and forceful as before. The clash is sluggish and weak since both warriors have lost vast amounts of energy. Goku then hurls his body forward with all his force to land a headbutt, dropping Champas to a knee. Coughing blood, he holds his chest, then Goku charges at him with slow but vehement strides. Hurling his fist right at his face, Champas manages to catch it, then begins his own assault. Goku seems to have lost his edge, and even with Ultra Instincts, he takes numerous punches and kicks before completely flopping. Goku has now fallen beside Champas and is too weak to continue fighting. Champas feels similar, but he is able to raise before his adversary. "As much as you want to believe what I'm saying is false, you know what I'm saying is true," Champas says. "Why would he decide to destroy all mortals?" Goku asks, panting. "He saw you people as lesser than. You mortals possess imperfections and weaknesses that we gods do not possess, and because of that, he didn't see you guys as fit of life," Champas explains. "Soju's been defeated at the hands of the Grand Priest. The fight is over, Goku. You've lost." Seconds later, Goku falls out of mastered Ultra Instinct and passes out completely. The angels then arrive beside Champas, who lifts his body. "The fight is over. Capture these two," Champas says, flying over to the Grand Priest. The two warriors are taken and properly restrained this time. They are healed and are then again forced to face the gods in a trial. "You two went against our orders and decided to attack us again. However, we believe that you guys have possibly had a change of heart. Therefore, we are open to the possibility of giving you guys lesser charges," the Grand Priest says. "Some of my children are still willing to allow for the erasure of both of you, but I and others believe that this isn't the right path. A certain person seems quite enthusiastic that you both live." After this, Champas stands up. "I believe the right sentence for these two should be exile. Allow them to think over what has taken place and watch over them in case they ever choose to act maliciously again." A general sound of consensus and coherence is heard from the gods in this council, and so the choice is made. Both warriors are to be sent to Universe 7 and will be forced to remain in exile. They will be sent at this instant. The gods are dismissed, the Grand Priest says. The angels soar away and Champas decides to remain in Universe 7 while Goku is. He is going to ask for a defuse because both people that compose him want that to happen. As Goku is returned to Universe 7, just his immediate presence makes Vegeta incredibly alert alongside the other Z fighters on the planet. "What's that?" Trunks asks, feeling the power himself. Vegeta wants to act like he's fine and calm in this situation, but he just isn't at all. He starts shaking lightly, unsettled by this power. "Stay here, do not leave this building, do you understand?" Vegeta says before he disappears due to instant transmission. During his time as a rogue warrior, Vegeta actually stumbled upon Yadra and learned almost all of their techniques. Vegeta arrives at the scene and meets Goku, the man who he had been training to defeat several years back. The feeling of inferiority and the dark memories of that time pop up into his mind once again upon just looking at him. "Isn't he that man from centuries ago?" Goku asks himself under his breath. Vegeta hears this statement and wonders why he decided to use the word centuries. Clearly centuries had not passed since they last met. Goku begins to walk forward, but Vegeta begins to look hostile. "Do not move from where you are, stay there," Vegeta shouts, entering his Super Saiyan form. The form that he's used is quite frankly a form that he hasn't even thought of using in centuries of his living time. After battling angels, the form has become obsolete to him. Goku then tests the waters and dashes smashes toward him at full pelt. Vegeta, seeing his speed, enters Super Saiyan God promptly and steps back as fast as he can. Even though Goku is suppressing his power by vast amounts, he is not disappointed in how fast he seems to be. Vegeta then roars and enters Super Saiyan Blue before diving down to try and deliver the best punch that he can. His blue aura roars around his Titan fist, and once it lands head on, Goku's body doesn't move an inch in reaction. "You're strong, Vegeta, stronger than that weaklinky tailor," Goku shouts with a chuckle. Vegeta doesn't immediately understand what he's saying, but then the name Kitela rings bells in his mind as a god of destruction that Beerus used to talk about. Goku then taps him in the chest with his index finger alone and makes him cough out blood before falling back. His sternum is fractured and he falls to a knee in his base form. "Please, don't hurt anyone. Don't hurt my family," Vegeta pleads with a raspy, weak voice. "Do not fret, Vegeta. I am not here to cause commotion or death," Goku replies. "So what are you planning to do here then?" Vegeta wonders, making Goku ponder. Soju simply left and went into the corners of the universe. Goku assumed that he was attempting to piece everything together since he had just gone through quite a traumatic battle against his father. "Wanna train?" Goku asks. Vegeta then stands with a smirk. "Sure," Vegeta replies. Following this event, the magic warrior Moro is easily handled by Goku. He possesses power above all the angels basically, only being overpowered by Soju and Daishinkan. The next arc to come is the Granola arc. This time, when Granola wishes to become the strongest in the universe, the dragon Torombo cannot complete his request. He simply doesn't have enough life force to end up surpassing the likes of Goku, who is relative to Soju, who is then relative to the Grand Priest. This basically means that the whole commotion between Granola, the Saiyans and Gas doesn't occur. Granola is then told the story of Bardock by Minato after he realizes that his hatred for Saiyans has grown too deep. Frieza was never revived from the Tournament of Power since this tournament never happened, and so Black Frieza isn't a thing. This basically means that almost everything in this arc doesn't actually happen. So that will conclude the fourth part to What If Goku Was Trained by a Fallen Angel. I'm pretty sure this is the final part since I've gone to the very end of the Dragon Ball Super plot. Please tell me something you liked about this What If or something that I should improve on for the next one. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.